Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Fivel Stewart about Roar, premiering on Apple TV Plus April 15th. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
It's exciting. You know, people are going to see your episode. In this episode, you're riding a horse, and I'm just curious. What were the horseback riding practices like? Were they long days? What can you tell me about that process?
Yeah, they were. I don't think I was prepared for what I was getting myself into. I don't think anyone would be, actually, unless you've just grown up horseback riding bareback. I mean, I grew up horseback riding Western, and that's with a saddle. So I grew up horseback riding with a saddle, and having to take away the saddle is like having to take away, I don't know, the most needed thing to accomplish what you're trying to do. So it was 7 weeks of bareback training.
Wow, 7 weeks. That's crazy. I love the show. I loved all 8 episodes. This show is unique in a lot of ways. It's unique in a lot of ways, an anthology series, 8 episodes, all different stories. These stories in every episode in this one are very unique. There's a lot kind of happening and everything. Is the uniqueness something that kind of drove you towards this project, Fivel?
Oh, 100%. I loved the metaphors for what every woman was going through. Yeah. And even my episode is very ironic. It's like, I know what I have to do in order to get the revenge that I want to take. Mm-hmm. And that's to dress up like a man. And I think that hearing these women's voices, hearing us roar and hearing us and seeing how we go through life metaphorically is going to really give people an insight.
It's so interesting because I feel like there's takeaways in all the episodes. Your episode specifically, the one that I took away, is kind of like in the hardest times, moving on, basically, because it's going to have to happen. Is that safe to say? You agree with me on that end?
100%. Yeah. And moving on can look different for everyone. And I think initially when you watch the episode, you think one thing, you think how she's going to take her revenge is going to be this blowout, this fight out, right? But then it's like, okay, she just has to understand her what's going on and move on, like you said.
Absolutely. Fivel, thank you so much for your time. Roar, premiering on Apple TV Plus April 15th. Thank you so much for your time. It was so great chatting with you.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thanks.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.